Hi, my name's Harpreet. I'm from a company called Cupcakes in London. Today I'll be showing you various techniques and recipes to help you decorate cupcakes. For more information, visit our website at www.cupcakeslondon.com. I'm now going to show you how to make Valentine's cupcakes. So to start with, I've actually made the cakes in these pink cases, which are quite applicable for Valentine's Day. Then take some white buttercream and actually pipe a swirl onto some of your cupcakes, like so. Just go round and round using a cone nozzle to give it that swirl effect. And I'll do one cupcake with pink icing on, just to show how that would also look. So this pink icing is basically the same buttercream that you'd find in the cone, but I'm just putting it on with a spatula rather than with a piping bag and a nozzle. And it's vanilla flavoured, and I've just coloured it with pink food colourant to give this effect. Now, people seem to say that pink and red clash, and I think that that is probably true on all occasions other than Valentine's Day, where I think the prettier and cuter you can get, the better. So these cupcakes would be wonderful to bake for a loved one on Valentine's Day, or to take into work, anything like that really. So here we have your cupcakes that we can decorate, and on one of them we can do something fairly simple, like sprinkle some hearts on there in order to give a pink and red design. And on another one we can actually make some hearts out of icing. So sprinkle some icing sugar onto your surface so that your icing doesn't actually stick. Now take some red icing and work that in your hands to make sure that it's nice and soft. Put some icing sugar down on your surface so that your icing doesn't actually stick, and just flatten your icing out to make a kind of flat disc-shaped layer of icing, like so. And then you can cut various heart shapes out using cutters. So I'll cut that shape out and just leave it to set there. And using a small cutter, you can even cut some minute hearts out with a little plunger cutter by just working that through your icing, like so. Just pick that one up. So we'll leave those to dry there. We can then use some pink icing, and once again just work this in your fingers, making sure it's nice and soft. So just keep basically massaging it until you feel that you're able to just turn it into a flat shape, because the icing can get quite hard if it's left to react with the air. So just give it a bit of working between your hands, and then just pop it down. And we'll use this shape to cut your heart out. If it gets stuck, you can just poke it out with a toothpick, like so. We'll do that again. And we'll do another small heart in the light pink icing. So this plunger cutter basically has a little button that you press to get your shape out. And we'll keep this icing on the side for now. And then with this, you can just actually pop your heart onto the cupcake And then we can put this heart on the middle. And then surround it with the smaller hearts that we've made. Let's just give it a general heart theme. Like so. And the next design that we can do would be a red daisy or a flower of some sort. So just work the icing between your hands again, as we did before. And just make a flat shape. Pop that down, take a daisy cutter. This is a plunger cutter. And pop that down and use the plunger to just push your shape out. So this one we can just pop right on here, and we can actually use a gold dragée in the middle as the centre of the daisy, like so. And then on our final cupcake, we can actually pipe a heart or a word. So in this case, I'm actually going to pipe a huge heart onto the cupcake using red icing. And in there, I'll write the word love, which is quite appropriate for Valentine's Day. Now the last thing that we want to do is just take some edible shimmer and just sprinkle that onto our cupcakes to just give them a bit of shine. And here you have how to make Valentine's Day cupcakes.